Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow, looks like we have a great match.
Yeah, we do. Millens took the lead on the last board when they made a better lead against 6 clubs than at the other table and defeated it. There were a bunch of slams the last set.
I had a really exciting first set yesterday, so
Oh.
I
Okay, so everyone, this is the 6th set of 8 of the USA1 finals for the qualifying, the first mixed team for the World Championships in Marrakesh in August. And at the moment, Millens is leading Rosenthal by 2 imps with
and I will introduce both of us. This is the
Yeah.
great Chip Martell, and I am Mike Passell. We're here to bring you some fun, exciting bridge.
a pretty
And,
great Mike Bissell too.
Chip, we've been doing it with only one hand. People seem to like that better. And then we could switch over to the other room. Is that okay with you?
That's okay if you prefer. What I was sort of thinking is that maybe we'd pick one side to focus on, and then if we reached a point where nothing much was happening there, we could look at the other one.
That works. Anything works for me. I'm happy.
So
The viewers had expressed earlier the other, but either way works fine. So let's see, we have
Which table would you prefer to?
I think the Rosenberg table will be interesting, but we could just switch over anytime. Which it's one hand ahead of the other?
yeah,
Okay, so it looks like we're in 4 spades. Due to some technical difficulties, we arrived just a little bit late.
yeah.
For once, it wasn't the man's fault. It usually is.
So looks like, well, all right, so 4 spades went down 2. And
Sounds like the other table must have made 110 if it was 7 imps, I would assume.
yeah,
Okay, so here we have, I'll try to,
deal 17, and I guess, I think the other room already got to 4 hearts.
okay, so it looks like 1 heart. This hand has a 2 over 1, so 4 hearts looks like a pretty normal contract. And looks like it's going to be, with everything breaking, it looks very difficult to stop them from taking 11 tricks. You'll notice even with the trump lead, to avoid club roughs, the diamonds can easily be set up, so they have plenty of pitches.
Yeah. And right, if allowed to take them, right, 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, and a spade and a club.
So
So,
looks like the best defense would be to tap the dummy, but then they can score some roughs in the dummy also.
yeah,
They would have to duck a diamond. Looks like maybe a club lead could hold it to 7, 8. Yeah, it would make it a little difficult. I think so the 2-0 is alerted. Is that do you think a 3-card or better limit raise?
yeah, that certainly looks like it. And
We'll be able to figure out their methods from her response now.
yeah,
Whatever, I guess she just bid 4 hearts.
yeah, but I will say that with the West hand, you might wonder whether you could have a good 4 spades save after partners take out double. Right.
Yeah,
the lack of aces and kings or queens discouraged West from bidding.
Yes, indeed. And I think that there would have been some carnage, so I think it was pretty well judged.
Yes.
So the king of clubs is their best lead.
Yep. And
And to do any damage, they're gonna have to divine deduct the ace of diamonds right now.
yeah. So I think East-West play standard signals. So I think. So she did duck. And so that's a good start for the defense. The other room, they did take 11 tricks.
I'm anticipating they won't take 11 tricks here. I think there's a choice of plays now. So they can win the diamond, cash the ace of spades, and play a diamond. Is that's one less winner. So let's see, that's only 3 pitches. I think that would hold it to 4.
Yeah, though, of course, the defense's goal at this time is to beat it, not to hold it.
Yeah,
So,
I think we'll see Debbie play the queen of clubs now to tap the dummy with her 3 hearts. Yeah, I think the defense has gotten off to a great start here with the queen of clubs. What the clear is going to do next will be interesting.
yeah,
If they lead a spade to the king and the ace and she plays another diamond now, it gets a little, I think she can still survive sort of on a cross rough. But it looks like that may be the best defense. I know it's very picky, but between the 7 and 8 of clubs, but when I like to encourage partner, I try to play the highest card that I could possibly stand.
well, it may have been a suit preference signal at trick 1 with the stiff ace and dummy.
Yeah, suit preference to say I had nothing.
Yes, well, so I think the 7 was to not give either a strong high or low signal. So there's maybe just room for West to have the king of spades from East point of view if North has all the other high cards.
I think the only defense to hold it now is
Well, so I think all right.
partner could have had some good hard holdings also, like the jack and 1,
Yeah, that's true.
which case when they started roughing things.
Yeah, in fact, actually, if partner had the jack 6, then the 6 would
Yeah.
force an honor.
Uh,
Since we're looking at a bunch
if
of
they
them. So now declare can win this and rough out another diamond winner.
They can, but now I think they can just cross rough.
Yeah,
They can rough 3 all the clubs in the dummy,
yeah,
and Debbie's going to end up under roughing at the end. It looks like
right.
maybe. Let's see. She plays another diamond now. Club. I guess they can't get off the dummy. I think they're going to hold it to 4 this way.
Yeah, if he leads another if she kills another diamond winner, declare can just take 7 hearts and 1 of
Yeah.
each.
Mhm. Yeah, she's gonna be in the under roughing at the end. Yes.
Yep. That's a little neither fish nor fowl, neither roughing out the diamond winner nor tapping the dummy.
Okay, so this is, now it's pretty foolproof from here. Remember, Debbie did make a takeout double, so they're not afraid of ace and one spade at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so she's just gonna cross rough and take her 10 tricks that way, I guess.
Safest play now is the queen of diamonds.
Yes.
Not that she needs any safety.
Well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Even if they throw a club, you can throw your club, so.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's gonna be an imp to Rosenthal, we think, so.
no, did they make 5 at the other table?
Yeah,
So it's a push then, I think.
is she making,
Well, they roughed with the ace, so now they held themselves to. Okay, now it's a, yeah, back. That seems sort of unnecessary.
well, they didn't want to be over roughed with the 10 and have a trump come back, right?
Yeah. Okay. As you said, it's a 1 imp. You got it right.
Well, I thought he was gonna play safe for a contract. Okay, so the other table, they played 3-0 from West, which. See, certainly 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, 2 spades, and a heart, and played by West. There's no danger of losing too many heart tricks.
No. So it's gonna start a diamond, 2 diamonds inverted. And,
Yeah,
I
so
think pretty normal 2-0, 3-0 from here.
yeah.
Okay, is there any excitement on the other table that we could switch to? We don't want any of your fans falling asleep, Chip.
Right. So they're playing 2 spades, the other table on board 19.
Okay, so it's got a club, a spade, a no trap, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades. This is a pretty common invitational with 5 spades type hand.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. We haven't followed really well here.
Oh, looks like.
Spade is a good play because you notice they're playing spades with a 6-4 club fit in this hand also.
Yeah, and
So Chris decided to rebid 1 no.
yep, with a 6-card club suit. So
I did not see the hand from the beginning, nor do I have the hand record how many clubs they make. But
I think if she plays a diamond now to tap the dummy, that now I think she's going to be able to.
yeah, because they're gonna the fact they're gonna end up in a dummy with the ace of hearts eventually is gonna force them to guess clubs right.
Yeah,
Let's see, what's the trick count here?
it's 3-2 for East West, so I think they're gonna be able to take 2 spades and a club. So,
Yeah. Now, when they play a club, they're gonna get tapped out as you pointed out. They're gonna score both of their spades.
and I guess actually plays a diamond, well, either red suit now and taps a dummy. Declare has to decide whether to play safe for down 1 by playing on clubs. Oh no, I guess he can play a spade safely. They have to tap him and then,
Yeah, but he knows they can tap him because they have
yeah,
5 cards left. Yeah.
he needed 3 spades.
Yeah.
So I do wonder, I think that East West have the potential to do pretty well in diamonds. Right? 2 diamonds and a heart, they can make 4 diamonds.
Or 4 hearts, it looks like, right?
Yeah, so going down in 2 spades isn't necessarily so bad.
Okay, so Ambrose, the normal club. So Sandra passed and hoping the bidding of the heart past 2 hearts so she can get back in the auction.
Looks like probably going to rest here in a no trump, I would guess.
So a couple of people have asked me about our opinion over a club of overcalling 1 spade with the east hand. So what's your, I'll give that one to you, Chip.
I'm not a big fan of that, particularly vulnerable. I guess you can hope that maybe if the opponent's bid hearts, you could make a takeout double and make a better description.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
Non-vulnerable, I'd have some sympathy.
Yeah, your club holding is pretty good for the spade overcall also.
Yeah.
I have so much sympathy, I would do it. Okay, so.
I'll say one of the ways you can go bad, I saw a recent hand where 1 spade overcall on a hand like this. If they hadn't overcalled the spade, the opponents would have been in 4 spades in just a minute. And instead they played 3-0 and made it.
We've all been there.
So the 10 of hearts lead does well in finding partner, but with the ace jack 5th entryless and the king queen over the ace, all it's going to do is set up winners for declare.
Yeah, the ace of spades is on side, so.
Yeah, it's a pretty friendly hand. Queen
So
of
now
on side.
trick 3 is whether you lead up to the jack of clubs or up to the king of spades.
Yeah.
Seems like you're a little better place leading up to the club because when the spade holds, you're stuck in a dummy. You almost have to lead a diamond now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I way prefer.
Yeah.
That's gonna work out just fine with the spade on side.
Yeah, I guess maybe she figured with the ace jack of hearts on side and no spade lead, that there was a reasonable chance the ace was on side.
Yeah,
So,
she tried to break out the spades.
yep. But also she's up to 7 tricks, so
Right.
not too concerned about things.
No, you notice she has plenty of entries. So there's no hurry on cashing the ace of spades, and she's deciding whether it's gonna put more stress on the dummy or her partner.
Well, they also might have some
Yeah.
issue of not wanting to be thrown in with it to lead away from the queen of clubs. So they better take it at some point.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have to cash it. If they deck the diamond, is gonna have to cash it, as Chip pointed out, to avoid the end play.
Yeah, and we'll see if she's just gonna take her tricks. Looks sort of like it.
There we go. So it's 7 tricks. And what have they done on this at the other table? Are they playing it yet?
Well, that's this hand where we did have a sort of more,
Club of spade, 2 clubs, 3 clubs.
now they balanced with 3 diamonds. And so how do north-south do in clubs? We didn't really look at that, I guess. 2 spades, a club and a heart.
Yeah,
Hmm. Assuming they guess the clubs, which is likely.
so after a club of spade, 2 clubs, 3 clubs. Pass, pass. It's interesting, he chose 3 diamonds instead of double with the 6 with the 6
Yeah,
5.
well, I think perhaps he was afraid if he doubled, partner would play him for a tad more defense than this.
Oh, he did pass twice. I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
So now I'm being asked a couple of times why he didn't bid 2 no trump, showing diamonds and hearts over a club. And I think when you're volley against dot, partner probably has the right to expect a better hand.
yeah, though I have to say it's can be dangerous to pass that hand also, as you say, east-west can make 4 hearts. Well, I think a diamond lead defeats 4 hearts, right? So
Right.
you get a diamond rough.
Yeah, the most obscure lead you can have, probably. I can,
Well, obscure if it's by south, not by north.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, they have bought the hand for 4 clubs.
yeah, so two spades went down, one in the other room. 4 clubs is gonna probably go down as well. So probably
Yeah, it seems like it's impossible to make 4 clubs. No matter how they
as long as
defend.
once West didn't lead a heart.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which wouldn't be a crazy lead, but
Debbie had a very difficult choice when her partner balanced with 3 diamonds and they bid again. She had an awfully good hand.
yeah.
I think if she didn't have the jack of clubs, she would have bid for sure because she thinks she has, a lot of defense this way.
Yeah.
So now how are they going to get off the dummy? So we can see the king of clubs is the way to start the suit, but
Well, as we said, from the bidding,
yeah,
that's an attractive way to do it.
It is indeed.
So, and if you lead the king of clubs off the dummy, you should carefully play the 10, 9, 8, or 7, not the 5. Interesting, taking the heart finesse now. I guess you're gonna likely have to do that eventually,
Mhm.
I suppose. Well,
This is a pretty unlucky hand. The heart's off, spades off, clubs are 3-0. But he made a nice play because now we could just start clubs from his hand, which is much more natural.
mm,
I think once the heart king was offside, I think he's pretty much knows the spades offside because they didn't bid the first time
yeah,
and they have a void.
right.
Okay, so do we have anything good happening at the other table? Chip, you're putting him to sleep. I had excitement every time I've been in here.
Well, there was a little excitement in the auction, but. So what are they in here? 3 now. And
Okay, so it's got a. Looks like that was an exciting diamond finesse.
yes,
Amber having the king of hearts entry and all good spades. So,
yeah,
see, they had 15 ups to 11, so it's completely normal.
yeah. Look at the spade suit though.
Yeah, blocked. The 10-3 wasn't a stopper, but it blocked the suit. So let's see, Chris was a balanced 11. That's definitely not vulnerable. Everyone and the lead director, the heart of recall.
Yeah, I guess I would say that these days very few would pass that south hand at favorable vulnerability.
I agree with that. Now, Amber has a little tough bid. We sort of discussed this yesterday. A lot of people are playing a spade here, showing the hand like this without a heart stopper, wanting to compete with enough points to compete. They're
Yeah,
playing
though.
double, shows 4 or 5 spades.
Yep, that's a popular method, and but I have to say that on this particular hand, I'm fine with 2 clubs. I think particularly when you have 3 hearts and they overcalled the heart, the odds that partner has at least 4 clubs are pretty reasonable. And also bidding 2 clubs makes it a little harder for them to find their spade fit than bidding a spade. So
So it looks like they're gonna, if they can get them all.
clubs aren't too friendly here, so what are we off? 3 hearts, 2 clubs and a diamond. Well, no, I guess after the spade lead, you can, that's interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, you could have
Play on hearts.
overtaken the spade and played the 3rd spade. And definitely made it that way.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm a little surprised it didn't go that way, but
yeah.
or even leading a club to the king, he was gonna have to lead the heart. So
Yeah,
heart seems like a very strange play.
I will say one thing that's a good inference for people to be aware of is that when you're missing the ace, king, queen of hearts, as you are here, and a spade is led, that's a strong inference that the king of hearts is on your right. Because if your LHO had the ace, king, or king, queen, jack of hearts, they would likely have led one rather than a spade.
Yeah, very good point. I don't quite understand the 9 of hearts off the dummy, but
Yeah. Maybe it's a
Spade.
bluff to say, all right, the opponents will think he's leading hearts, we should lead something else.
yeah, what else is there to lead though?
Yeah,
Seems
Well,
like a club, since he also would know that, but if he let a club a trick too, it'd still be very difficult to be leading a heart. Especially when we didn't overtake the spade immediately. So it seems like that would be a good line of play. Just lead a club a trick two, probably get a spade return, and now have the entry to your hand with the spades.
yeah.
I think the heart makes this pretty foolproof.
Well, I got them to play clubs.
Yeah. But Kevin's gonna know what to do, I can assure you from here.
Yeah, for one thing, also, when partner didn't raise hearts, he has a good idea that it's king and
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe tempting him to try and play a 4th round of hearts for an uppercut and give him a rough slough to throw his diamond away.
Well, this hand part, it's a break-even play.
Yeah,
No, actually, it's not. They can pitch a diamond from the dummy and rough it in their hand. Now they can
Yeah.
pitch all their diamonds.
yep.
They have to not play the heart now. I think he's going to return the spade, not break diamonds.
Yeah,
Yeah, the rough and slough is the play that doesn't work.
good. Oh, but it is sort of interesting that
Yeah, it's hard to guess that he's ace jack 4th of spades also, the way he's played the hand. He did. So now he did let him make it.
oh no.
But he roughed from the wrong hand.
Yeah, well, you see, he didn't know what the club position was.
I don't think it really mattered unless they were 4-1.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think he.
Well, so he's lost 5 tricks and he's gonna have to lose a club, so
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So maybe I should say a little bit about the format of how people are playing. This event is being played on tablets, actually specifically Chromebooks. And in each room, there's 2 players. So for example, Amberlynn North and Sandra Rimstead East are both in the same room. And in another room, Chris Willenkin and Kevin Dwyer are sitting in the same room. So when you're getting ready to claim, what you can do is ask the person who's in your room, like Chris could ask, is the jack of clubs dropping? And when Kevin said, no, I have it protected, he would know to claim for down 1 instead of making.
Exactly. Yeah, this is like the 3rd year in a row we've done the trials. I've really enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it's
Yeah, it is nice in a lot of ways.
secluded. You can't see your partner frowning at you.
Right. That's true. So it's pretty good security. It's pretty good safety for COVID. So you have two people in a room and they can be reasonably separated with an air purifier, so. And in
Yeah.
fact, I believe that there've been few or none or no reported COVID cases at the trials that I'm aware
Yes,
of.
exactly. I agree. And even during the middle of COVID, when they started up again, when everyone had to wear masks, and
Right.
and also the people. So what? 3 clubs, solid 3 club, 3 hearts. So what do you think about raising to 4 to cue bidding as opposed to bidding 4 hearts with Sandra's hand with the singleton club and the 11 count?
Assuming that 4 clubs is defined as a slam try and hearts rather than a perhaps choice of games kind of hand. Right, which I think to me seems right, since you can bid a forcing 3 spades, you don't really need 4 clubs so much as a choice of games.
Right.
So it's maybe just worth it, though you do have 0 key cards and no trump honors.
Well, partner's allowed to have ace, king, ace, but
Yeah, I mean, ace, king, 6 would be a good holding. Though,
this is sort of a one and done cue bid. The partner,
yeah,
makes a move, we sign off.
yep. And on this hand,
So this looks like a flat, very flat.
yeah, pretty flat for
But
left.
she found a nice spade lead. So
Yeah.
another day would have beat the hand. It was very nice, well thought out by Amber. I guess if she had let a club, her partner
He could
would have
overtake and shift to
overtaken it.
stiff.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Okay.
good for East West to stop at the 4 level.
Okay, so we have a normal 1-0 opener. In one form or another, Amber's going to bid 2 hearts. And the next hand's they bid 2 diamonds. So I think,
Probably 1 major rather than both majors.
right. So I think we discussed this on the air yesterday over this. A common method now is to play the double as a transfer to hearts and 2 hearts as a transfer to spades. And 3 clubs become stamen. Is that how you play it in some of your partnerships, Chip?
No, I actually played double as cards. We play transfers at the 3 level, but not the 2 level.
I see.
But what you suggest is certainly quite reasonable.
So they're playing here at 3 hearts is they're probably playing exactly what Chip does. They're playing 3 hearts is invitational or better in spades. I think Kevin's going to bid 3-0.
Yep. And I guess it'll depend on
Whether the king of hearts lead or not. Yeah.
whether they lead high or low. Yeah.
I think with the outside cards, it'll lead the king.
Yeah. And I don't know, they may be playing the king as the strong lead and the queen as the
Yes.
from king, queen, when you
Yes.
don't want parted on block.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of people are playing Rusino or some form of even not playing Rusino, doing as Chip suggested.
But we'll
Yeah.
see which one she leads.
These are the
Certainly,
kind of auctions that you lead low if you hoping your partner has a jack, and you lead the queen if you think they're more likely to have length than the jack. So
yeah.
this is going to be a big swing on which one they choose. Has this hand been played at the other table yet?
No, or at least it's not finished at the other table.
Well, I'm ready for some excitement.
Yeah, well, there's a little excitement now on what the lead is.
You'll know the excitement that occurred in the first set. Pairs play missing slam. Well, someone managing to go down on the slam. I mean, it was.
Yeah, one table where they did a pretty pushy grand slam, and the other table they didn't even get to 6.
Well, I played a lot with the late great Barry Craig, and he had a rule that you could never bid 7 unless you could count 13 tricks, because it happened to him many, many times where they only bid 4 at the other table.
Yep. I would say that probably slam bidding is better now than it was when Barry made that rule, though.
Yeah, probably.
Still, I've seen plenty of hands where people have bid 7 and gone down only to find that they didn't bid 6 at the other table. So, it's a long time to think about the lead, I would say.
Well,
She found the
Worked
right
out
one.
well. She definitely did it well.
Actually, right, this is going to be down 2 now. Declare only has 7 tricks. Okay. I think we VUGRAPH right now. But you know, I'll be done in an hour or so after that. Pretty flexible.
So the 10 was an interesting card. The 10 of hearts was a very interesting card for everyone's sake. So now, if he had played low,
Well, it has the advantage, it denies the jack.
yes. Well, Amber's going to be desperate when she gets in anyway. So
Yeah, so South is going to feel a little bit squeezed. So North has been playing up the line in spades. And I don't know whether or not she wanted to
yes,
give any suit preference signal for diamonds to let partner know that they don't need to keep those so much, but she also has some help in clubs. Of course, it's always a somewhat complicated issue of how much you want to help partner versus declare.
yeah. Now he had an easy diamond with this card because
Yeah.
of course, Amber still thinks it's possible to declare as Jack and one heart. He had the stiff 10 at trick 1.
Right.
Or she had played the 6 if she did pitch a heart.
Yeah, if he'd thrown the 6 of hearts away, she'd have known to throw the deuce of diamonds.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, if he ducks a club to her right now, it's not clear if the clear doesn't have the jack six of hearts left. There's some possibility she would exit with ace of a diamond, but I don't think that's still enough tricks. As a matter of fact, if they duck a club to her, playing ace of the diamond, it looks like it could be the right play.
Well, and I think it'll still defeat the contract, won't it?
Yeah, it still will. 100% it will. But I think that way, if he had played the six of hearts at trick one, then Claire would have had the ace jack 10, and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, so in a way, it would have been then easier for her to play hearts since,
Okay, so it's queen of clubs. I think he's gonna throw her in with the heart, taking the king of diamonds at the end. We're down one. I guess it's possible we could play Amber for seven hearts and no diamond ace. Exit with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, but he's doing as you suggested, and
Yeah. Okay, so well done. Well, we've seen a lot of great play by a lot of great players.
true.
Okay, well done by Kevin. Sometimes you have to make the best of a bad situation.
Yep,
Well done by Amber, not leading the right heart also.
yep.
So is that board been played at the other table? Are we the board ahead here?
At least a board ahead.
Okay. We promise if there's any excitement at the other table, we'll get you to it immediately. Okay, so
So here, East-West, were competing and bid up to 3 clubs. Well, the other table, they defeated 2 clubs a trick, so let's see whether.
if you notice, Debbie took a very aggressive approach here. She didn't have many high cards, but she did have the 5 spades. So over the same auction, she doubled, let's take out
Yeah.
from spades and diamonds.
Yeah,
2 kings, but one of them was their partner's king of hearts.
so I guess we got a suit preference signal at trick 1 on the spade lead, so that
Yeah.
West was able to find the heart shift.
Yeah,
Now
you played it pretty normally.
we saw that he has to avoid playing the 4th round of hearts, giving a rough slough, which they did at the other table, but Declare misguessed which way to take it. But here didn't happen. So this is going to be down 2, and we'll get it. So Rosenthal will get a little bit closer. Oh, yeah. 7 tricks down 2. Margins down to 7.
Well, we have the lowest scoring quarter by far. Okay, here we have a hand that looks like a pretty normal 4 hearts.
Well, as we said, it's certainly conceivable that East-West could get too high, and with spades 1, if you get to the 5 level, you'll be.
Yep, it's really true. Take a look. I mean, it'll be a crazy wild bid, but if Jenny were to bid 5 clubs here, it's impossible for Debbie not to bid 5 hearts.
True.
It's an impossible bid, but we looking at the hand records, you can see things that would have worked. Bridge is funny.
Well,
See, Debbie actually did cue bid where they didn't
Yep.
cue bid at the other table.
So now we'll see,
Michael's gonna be.
West has, some nice cards for slam.
He does. I think
Just
he'll put
happened,
four diamonds.
but
I think when it goes four hearts, I think he'll give it up.
so I
But he
certainly,
might not. But he might not, you're right.
so I guess part of the reason that West maybe won't bid on is because four clubs didn't promise a club control.
Right.
He's be worried that, if
Very
partner
much
has.
so. So we're gonna see Chad overtake the club and shift to a singleton spade for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we have something at the other table that we would see.
Sure.
He's actually overtook it with the ace to make sure.
Yep.
It's a spade rough.
Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so push board, well done by both north souths. A lot of those swings.
So I think we're
Okay.
getting a suggestion to maybe check in on
Yes,
the USA2 match to see what's going on there, since we're almost at the end of that one. The USA1 match is 8 segments, while the USA2 matches are only 6. So, and this one's pretty close. Lewis is just 6 imps ahead of Dinkin with 3 more boards after this one in the match.
so this is ending that match?
Yeah, this match ends at board 30. And I'm told that if it ends in a tie, Lewis wins the tie. It's like north-south is not going to quite make their contract. Okay, so we see that this is the slow table. Little unusual with Ron Smith there, wouldn't you say, Mike?
And
Mark
Mark
Itabashi, yeah, we got 2, I'd say normally fairly speedy players. So here, so north-south got to 3-0 when they stopped in 2 spades in the other room.
And they let a club to what looks like declares king. And then declare played the ace of diamonds and the jack of diamonds. And here we are.
No. Certainly, the defense has, if they shift to hearts now, looks like they can set up 3 hearts to go with their diamond trick. But I think the spade isn't maybe not good enough. There's just clear enough tricks. He's going to take
Well, the heart would do a lot of damage because it would knock out the
Yeah, it
entry.
takes out the
queen of
entry of the
clubs
queen of
also.
clubs. Yeah,
Yeah, that was,
yeah, I think a heart. They play a heart.
I think she can play a heart also now.
Yeah. And even
Clubs are
could
blocked.
cash one spade before playing a heart. So,
Yeah, I think.
and I would think that it wouldn't be terribly attractive either to lead into the queen ten of clubs or to set up dummy spade.
Mhm.
So I think East is almost end played into playing hearts at this point.
Yeah, it seems for sure that they're gonna play a heart. They're not gonna play a club. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yes, I'd say that north
Okay.
south bit a lot to get to 3 now.
So this looks like they're out of splits here, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be not vulnerable 50 to east-west for the Lewis team.
And it's, I think we're gonna have a net tie after this board. Right, 6 imps to Dinkin.
The Dinkin, yes.
Well, we can't ask for a closer match than that.
No. So can we switch to the other table with this match? Is there anything good happening? No.
All right, we switch to the other table where there are a few boards ahead and contract is 3 now. And they've already gathered in their 9 tricks, so. Getting a total of 10.
So the bidding has gone 1 club, normal takeout double, no 2 diamonds, 3 no's.
All right.
Now we have Sebago pass, pass, pass.
Yeah, and see
We'll
if
see if Daniel up. I think he'll open a no trap, regardless of his range.
Yeah, you are correct.
And this 8 count, which so the 3 10s is certainly seems like they're going to do some inviting.
Yeah, I think so. That's
Staying low would be nice in this hand, but it doesn't look very possible. The diamond's not coming in. There's not many tricks.
I'm guessing he's going to decline this invitation.
I wouldn't be sure. Yeah, he definitely will. 14 and a 5 bagger.
I guess particularly since one thing I think it's good to keep in mind is that 2 clubs followed by 2 no, particularly over 2 diamonds, might be a kind of marginal invitation where responder had maybe 4-4 in the majors and
Yeah.
wasn't all that interested in 3 no.
So tracing up aggressively.
Uh,
It's gonna work out just fine.
Yes. So declare has 4 diamonds and 2 spades and a club. But the defense can get 3 hearts, 2 spades and a diamond before declare can get an additional trick. So at
Yeah.
least defenses.
Yeah, but so on the spades, I wonder. Looks like his.
So it's interesting.
I expect him really to club to the 9 now, because that's his legitimate lineup winning play.
Yeah,
As the
that's
catch
true.
south with the jack third of clubs and the diamonds running. That was his only real legitimate make on his hand.
Well, he
And he
doesn't even need diamonds running if the clubs come in for 3 winners, right?
Yeah, that's why I said. Well, yeah, because they're gonna have things set up. I think you still do.
On the other hand, this is going to make it easy for the defense since he'll get his 7 winners, but he won't have an 8th.
Yeah, if the jack of clubs did drop, I mean, Tracy was
Yeah.
gonna have to make a pretty good discard.
Yeah.
Not to pitch a diamond.
Another possible line that wouldn't have been successful here would have been to lead a diamond to the 10, which is the right way to play that diamond suit for 5 winners. Since you're more likely to find jack and 1 or jack 4th on side than diamonds 3-3.
Yeah, the vacuum, that definitely is, but here he needed another suit to go first.
Yeah, here he got an extra option.
Okay, so 2 no down 1.
Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. That's, I would say, a somewhat negative score for Lewis coming in.
Yeah, I agree. So this could be the last board of the match, and it could not be.
Well, no, it'll be the last board of the match since there's a tiebreak.
Oh, I see. There's a tiebreaker. I see.
Yeah, Lewis wins the tiebreak, so there won't be an
So I
overtime.
assume that the tiebreaker was caused by a carryover from the result in the round robin.
Yeah, so Lewis won the round robin match, so they win the tiebreak.
I see.
All right, so here we've got pretty normal opening and overcall and negative double and raise.
Okay, we have an interesting side note. I'm not sure if you're aware of or not. You probably are, Chip, for the senior trials, which starts later in the week. Well, since you already won the open, it doesn't affect you, but it does affect me. They have 9 teams. And if all 9 teams were there, what they're going to have to do is have a 2-day Swiss to eliminate 1 team. And now, what was originally going to be a double elimination tournament like this one was, the top 4 teams in the Swiss were going to go into one bracket, and 5 through 8 were going to be in the second bracket. So instead of having to lose 2 120 board matches, you're going to, by finishing 5th through 8th in the Swiss, it was going to be the same as having lost a long match. But if the Lewis team were to win here, they were entered in the other event. I think they're going to be dropping out. It'll be 8 teams. So
That's true.
So we have some side drama.
Yeah.
Now here we go. After a club opener, it's got a spade, double, 2 spades, which I guess they aren't playing transfers because a lot of us play that's the weak raise, and they have a pretty sound one.
Yep. So East-West bid up to 3 hearts, which they were going to make, and North-South competed to 3 spades, which is often a reasonable thing to do at nobody vulnerable. If both make, you win 7 imps. If both go down 1, you lose 3. So those are reasonable odds. And here, I think
looks like minus 50, which is gonna be,
Well, certainly a chance for, no, I guess 3 rounds of clubs are
yeah,
gonna promote the queen of spades.
yeah.
So, yeah, so, but if the defense slipped a little, or if the clubs were 3-3, then you'd be in the running to make it.
Mhm.
That still being minus 50 is better than minus 140.
Especially when your match is tied.
Yes. That's true.
So I think Janice is gonna cash the queen of hearts and then play a club.
No, sure, maybe she wasn't sure who had the king of hearts.
Yeah,
She didn't play the 2 of hearts, which might have made it easier to know that he had the king.
yeah.
I don't
Actually, with
recall for sure what party.
actually with queen and 1 spade like this, it probably would have been a reasonable play to play the king of hearts, the heart. Let's see, made a negative double.
Yeah,
Since he was 100%, he knew he wanted to proceed.
well, and actually also this way, if declare roughs and gets over rough, he could, yeah, so actually if he led the king of hearts, Janice could have overtaken with the ace and led a club, and then would have another easy re-entry. Because notice that South is in jeopardy of having clubs played through them yet another time.
Mhm.
But here, if it goes rough over rough, I'm sure that West is going to cash the king of hearts for the setting trick.
Well, the 5 of spades should say the 10-9-7 solved all those
Yes.
problems.
All right, claim now.
So now we can go to the other test. This was the last board. We'll know who wins before they will.
Yep, so we can
Left
switch
board of
over
the
to the other table, I think. So I think we know what's going to happen here.
They stopped and
All right, so I don't think we saw this, so North played a no trump and went down 1 in the other room. And you can sort of see that East West have lots of winners. 4 diamonds and some clubs and some hearts. And seems like going down 1 was actually probably pretty good.
well, they're going to do pretty well here now also.
Yeah, I guess they
Because
can
they didn't get
set up the
clubs.
long heart and they'll have 3s.
She could have shifted to either a club or a diamond, anything with a
Yep.
spade back.
Yep, that's true.
But they're still going to do just fine.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, they're going to do just fine. They're going to go take the same number of tricks.
All right. So the match is
Thank
going to
you.
continue to be tied.
It's going to be tied, right?
And I guess I should also comment that with sort of normal view graph, you always have to be a little suspicious that maybe the score you're looking at isn't correct. But here, this score reflects the actual play on tablets. So this is in fact the correct score, though there might be slow play penalties that we don't know about.
Yeah, there's a very controversial one decided the match, but we won't talk about that.
Yes, that's true. So,
So it looked like Lisa ducked the club back. the diamond through now. I guess it's all the same anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Ducking a second club would be a mistake, but
Well, they're in from the other side now. So, oh, see the queen of clubs, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see that.
though actually, if the queen of clubs, you could maybe win the ace of clubs and play another club, but no, they can.
Well, he asked for the diamond. He played. She could exit a spade, setting up her hand, or a diamond, setting up Ron's hand. So
Mhm. This is good. This will get it over with faster, I think.
Muppet. Chip, what is it? Someone asked me to ask you if you know what a convention called Muppet.
Muppet,
Yes,
is that a form of stamen? Maybe, but I don't know exactly
I don't
the
either.
details.
I figure if you held and I don't, then maybe most
I
people
think I heard
don't.
something about Muppet stamen, but I don't think I ever got the details, or if I did, I don't remember them.
It is a form of statement, just as a aside.
Okay, good.
All right, so the match is still tied.
And it looked like Dakin had well the best of it at the other table, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so
They played 2-0 down with the 14 ups at 8. They
yeah.
they got the best of the part score, -50 against 140.
So here so Reno making 4 was a fairly normal result for East-West.
Yes, well, seems like it's gonna go the same way. Club double, past 2 diamonds, past 3 go.
So
they
far,
take
we're on
10
track.
tricks. So looks like with a club lead, if they lead a club, he gets 3-0. 5 diamonds.
So
That's
it's your, I guess if you run the diamonds first, then you don't have the entries to come back
Yeah,
to your heart, your 4th heart, though.
yeah.
Though I guess North is going to get a bit squunched on the run of the diamonds.
Well, a low club lead, knowing that they can't run the clubs, you might even just go over the diamond with the jack drops, just lead a spade at trick 3. So, you know, so, or you can play king of the heart also, but you still have the diamond entry.
Though since you're just playing for over tricks, leading the spade does risk having them take 3 clubs in a spade, holding you to 3 when you had 10 top tricks if the hearts were coming in.
Well, if they lead a club, it's going to go 6 of clubs, 8 of clubs. So I don't know. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that does look like 10-8-6 or Jack 8-6.
But you're correct, of course. Might play 2 rounds of hearts before you run the diamonds and see if the jack drops also. 10 tricks. After you lead a diamond, the ace and the jack drops. It's not unreasonable. Play king of hearts, a heart to the ace. See if the queen drops, jack drops.
Well, though you might be a little worried about Jack 10 4th of diamonds.
Oh, well, if they play the jack from jack 10-8.
Oh yeah,
check.
no, once the Jack of diamonds drops, you're right. It's pretty safe. All right, so there's 3 no good.
So what's happening in the main match is that we'd left the people who came to watch that match sort of hanging, but
Yeah. So I should say we're looking at this one because this is actually the end of the match. There's
Yes.
this and two more boards.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
score. We might give people the score of the match as opposed to going back to it.
Right.
This is exciting to have a match this long. I noticed this was quite a few IPs being scored in a 90 board match, 414 IPs.
Yeah, that is a fair amount. So I wonder also, yeah,
But
I
you do
guess
have,
it's probably going to continue clubs, but you could imagine that if partner had the king of spades, you had to shift to the spade at trick two to take 4 spades before declare took
you
9 tricks in the other suits.
know, it's hard to imagine a hand, they've been 3-0 looking at that dummy that they didn't have the king of spades also.
Just a quick update on the championship match. The score in the set is 16-8. We've missed one double-digit swing, and that's with 5 comparisons to go.
Perfect, so we get back to the end of that.
Thank you.
This is exciting.
Yeah, we got some quite close matches. So those doing the last 2 sets of the main final will have an interesting finish, most likely tonight. King of diamonds, that's interesting. Wonder if they
Yeah, that's,
guarding against 5-0, maybe onside.
uh-huh.
You're right. Read the spot cards correctly. Play a dime to the ace, and when they show out, pretty safely play a spade.
Well, even if they do play a heart back, they're gonna run the diamond, as you said, they're gonna have some discarding problems.
Yeah.
They have to make 3 discards, so. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible. They're gonna have to discard a club if they're gonna keep all of their hearts, so it's gonna be really safe later.
Yeah.
So let the 8 hold, so. I pitched the heart anyway, so this is gonna be a push board, 100% now.
Means we will have a tie going into the final 2 boards, which is always super exciting.
Very much so.
So the Dinkin team might well take the lead on the next board if they stop in a no trump. East-West got a little high. Wouldn't be shocking if it was duplicated.
Yeah. If it's duplicated, we're gonna come back to whether they compete in the last hand or not.
Yeah. Yeah, the 3 spade save could well win the match for Dinkin also. So each of the next 2 boards have possibilities for.
It's even possible they could be allowed to play 2 spades of banking for 110, so.
Yeah, it's
Play the
certainly
other way.
possible.
Okay, so we have a push here.
Yep. Slowly.
Yeah, when the score is 207 all, we've been unlucky to catch some pushes.
Yes.
Can't have been very many in this match.
That's right. Okay. So the other table, West opened a no trump in fourth seed and East reasonably invited. And 2-0
Ron,
went down one on a spade lead.
I don't know what their range is, but it's 14. I don't think Ron Smith is very conservative, so we'll see.
So do you think Itabashi would have opened in third seed if he was non-vulnerable?
For sure. He thought about it
Right.
vulnerable.
So
Yeah,
he's
diamond. I told you Ron Smith is very conservative. It's going to pay off here. It's going to go diamond, a heart, and no trump.
Yep.
So that would be it's vulnerable. So if they didn't make one no, that's 5 imps. So it's going to come down to them buying the hand for 2 spades at the other table, right? Or is that even enough? That's only 4 imps, right? They were plus 50, it would be plus
Yeah.
110. Wow.
So I would say at this point, Dinkin is pretty good favorite to win the match. Here we go. And
It is possible to go down in 1 no, actually.
well, I would think in one no, it's pretty attractive just to go after diamonds and hope
Yeah, it
for
is. You're
diamonds,
right.
2 spades and a club.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
And it's hard to lose more than 3 hearts, a spade, a club, and a diamond along the way.
Let's see if he makes the diamond of the 10 play.
Well, the trouble with the diamond of the 10 play is you might get blocked
Yeah.
out with a club play.
Yeah.
So, and also your goal.
He has to make
Be the
9.
winning.
Yeah, you can't fall out of his 9 tricks now. Be able to afford a spade pitch and a club pitch from the dummy.
Yeah, the dummy is going to get a little squeeze, but
He can pitch a spade on the next one.
yeah, true.
Not only can he will.
Yep.
I think Mark Itabashi will be discarding the 7 of spades, which is both count and suit preference, but he didn't.
Yeah. Maybe the upside down 8 of clubs to keep his hearts in case partner had king jack third.
Yeah.
You were correct about the club and a spade, Mike.
The wrong order, though, and the wrong spades.
A small club here. Looks like it may give declare some trouble if they get it wrong, right? Because they'll have to cash the
Right.
they'll have to cash the 5th diamond when they're in, which is going to squeeze dummy even further.
Well, and even without it, 3 hearts and, oh yeah, that's right. So, correct.
Yeah, I think they need the 5th diamond to squeeze dummy, but if they do get the club wrong, it might just go down.
True.
Club shift here.
Or he could just, if he reads the club count, he could just not cash the diamond, play a club back. They have to give him a 7th trick, either hearts or spades also. 2 clubs, 3 diamonds, the spade he's already got in.
Yeah. No, I guess there's a possibility if somebody still had 4 clubs left, that they
Yeah.
could set up the long club and get 2 clubs, 3 hearts, a spade, and a diamond. So has he got 8 tricks now? No, 7. He's got a
7
7.
tricks.
7. He's got a 7 tricks, yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be 5 imps. They can team.
I should say that if a club is played now and he guesses it, he would make an over trick, but
Yeah, I don't think that was happening.
yep, I agree.
A heart was possible.
Hmm. Okay, so 5 imp lead for Dinkin after this board, going to the last one. And does not. Well, I've seen unexpected things happen on the last board, so we'll see.
The vulnerability on the last hand really works in Dinkin's favor big time.
Yeah, it's true. A nobody vulnerable part score hand where you've already
So say club of spade, double, and I'm guessing this pair plays transfer advances and she'll show constructed 2 spade bid.
probably north of it. 2 hearts is a good spade raise.
But now they'll probably let him play 3 hearts because they're getting their whole hand off their chest immediately.
Well, the only thing is whether with all your values and the other 2 suits, there's something to be said for bidding 3 over 3 at nobody vol. Right.
I'm projecting they make 140. They let them play there.
All right, well, bid 2 spades, not 2 hearts.
So they must not play the transfers. So it could be but I see nothing, no possible way for 5 imps to change hands though.
Yeah. I mean, even if East-West overbid to 4 hearts, got doubled and went down a trick, that would still only be 4 imps to Lewis.
So this is going to be 3 more imps, and I think the match is going to end on that. I can't imagine anyone's bidding here. It's possible Deesa will, once she only bid 2 hearts, the first 2 spades, maybe she will actually.
Yeah.
Tracy did. Tracy at the other table made a good bid here. So I guess this is the advantage of not playing science. If you'd already shown a good 3 card.
So I
range.
guess if 3 spades was allowed to make, then it would be a tie and Lewis would win.
Okay, so this is gonna be 3 more imps. And when, congratulations to the Dinkin team.
Yep. Well done. They came back to win.
I think they knock it off to their best stop. They're gonna make more than 140, it looks like. Maybe not.
I think they're really, well,
5 hearts, 4 clubs in a rough. That's all, 5 hearts and 4 clubs, it looks like.
Yeah. So I think declare is going to be.
Yeah, they're gonna try to take a pitch immediately, but it's gonna get rough, but it's gonna be from a long trump, so.
Yeah.
I think if she had been a little cagier, well, the ace of clubs, the club to the king, and the jack of clubs, she might have sneaked
Yeah.
it by him.
True.
I'm guessing he's gonna pitch a spade on this because if he has only 2 hearts. Yeah, that was a good play. Casey had only 2 hearts. I think he's getting in a little trouble here. Now DC can hop with the diamond and play another heart. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
spoke
the
too
good thing
soon.
for the Dinkin team is that even if 3 hearts goes down 1, they still win by 2 imps.
Yeah, this was sort of careless play a little bit, I think. Drawing trumps and taking your 9 top tricks wouldn't have been so bad. So I think on the bidding, it was almost impossible. The hearts were 4 when they were allowed to play
Yeah.
3. Yep.
She did a hop to play a trump.
Yeah, so
See, now North-South might think maybe they've won the match by this defense beat a part score on the last board, but they're going to fall a couple imps short.
yeah, well, with a match was a shame for
That
everyone.
the 3 spade bid by Tracy proving pretty pivotal.
Yeah,
Pivotal
3
if you think they're
spades,
gonna
yeah.
make 3 hearts at the other table.
Yeah, Tracy won the match. So Mark now he's going to need his partner to have the jack of spades because he can't play the ace of diamonds. So he's rewarded. If Yoko had had the jack of spades, he'd be end played now.
Yep.
Well, it's nice to be able to survive a line spot like this.
Okay, so congrats to the Dinkin team. And is the main match still going on, Harrison?
I'm guessing yes, but
So we're on the last board of that, and Rosenthal's retaken the lead.
okay. So we've seen this hand at the other table,
Right.
both tables. So it started the same way. But Jenny did have available the good constructive raise. which actually is probably gonna work against her because she's showing her whole hand. It's gonna let him play 3 hearts.
Right. And it also lets East maybe double here rather than having to bid 3 hearts as they have to do over 2 spades. Let's limit their hand as opposed to a hand that was good enough to bid 3 hearts the first time.
It looks like 3 hearts was allowed to play at the other table, making, and
Yeah.
so Tracy was the hero.
Yes,
Hooray for Tracy.
that winning 3 spade bid.
So Debbie, I'm sure, is gonna bid 3 hearts now.
Yep.
So I wonder if bidding 3 hearts immediately as opposed to doubling and bidding 3 hearts was stronger. This one feels like it should be stronger to me, but
Well, I don't know. I think if you had the stronger hand, you'd want to bid it immediately to tell your partner,
okay,
right?
yeah.
I mean, if you're not good enough to bid 3 hearts, you need to double rather than bidding it.
Or passing and bidding 3 hearts.
Well, but you might be afraid that the next hand's gonna bid 3 spades, say.
Yeah,
So Trump lead. I'm sorry,
low spade
Spade.
leads.
low spade
This
lead.
is gonna be quick. I mean,
Yeah,
this is really just a routine 3 heart hand. Or a 3 spades down one hand. Be careful you play this highest spade spot to show diamonds, in case a partner might have had a double to diamond and declare king third. In this hand, it really doesn't matter.
Yep.
But she might hope he has ace in 1 diamond, lead a low diamond anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have 30 more boards tonight to determine the USA1 winner.
So this was an exciting event, and I'll be flying in. Try not to, if you're doing anything when I'm playing, try not to make me look too bad, Chip, please.
Certainly not. I think I recall usually having good things to say about your decisions, Mike.
Good, glad to hear it.
All right. All right. Okay, so we're all set. Thanks, Mike. I as always
Thank
enjoy
you.
spending some time with you.
Yeah, it's always good, always fun, and
And
best to
thanks
Jan, tell her.
Harrison and Jan for setting
you.
this all up.
Yes, oh, as always. Now, tell Jan, I'll see her in a couple of days. I'll try not to have it too many idiotic questions like I always do for her.
Okay.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Enjoy it. I hope the rest of the match is a lot of fun.